On a May morning in 2005, the unthinkable happened. Two little girls, best friends, inseparable, vanished without a trace. Their names were Laura Hobbs and Crystal Tobias, 8 and 9 years old. Their bodies were found in a secluded clearing, brutally stabbed to death. The town was shattered. The questions began. Who could do such a thing? Who would murder two innocent children? The answer, it seemed, was closer than anyone could have imagined. Jerry Hobbs, a father, a man with no criminal record. But in the eyes of the law, he was the prime suspect. His daughter, Laura, was one of the victims, and in the eyes of a grieving town, that made him a monster. After hours of interrogation, Jerry confessed. He said he did it, but was it the truth? Or was it the desperate plea of a broken man, pushed to the edge by relentless questioning? The town breathed a sigh of relief. Justice, they thought, had been served, but something wasn't right. 5 years. That's how long Jerry Hobbs sat in a jail cell, waiting for a trial that never came. 5 years of silence. 5 years of whispers in the dark. But Jerry never stopped claiming his innocence. Meanwhile, the real killer walked free. A shadow in the night. Predator hiding in plain sight. In 2010, a breakthrough. DNA evidence from the crime scene was matched to a man already behind bars. Jorge Torres, a convicted killer, a monster with a trail of blood behind him. Jorge Torres, a name that sends shivers down the spine. A man with a history of violence so dark, it's hard to comprehend. But who was he, and why did he kill two innocent girls? Born in Mexico, Torres's life was marked by chaos and abuse. His father was violent, his childhood unstable. By the time he moved to the United States, the seeds of darkness had already taken root. Torres was a ticking time bomb. He had already committed multiple crimes. On May 2005, Torres was lurking in the woods. He saw the girls playing and something inside him snapped. He stabbed them repeatedly, leaving their bodies in the clearing. Then he vanished, like a shadow in the night. Torres thought he had gotten away with it, but the DNA evidence didn't lie. In 2010, he was finally linked to the murders. Jorge Torres, sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But even behind bars, Torres remains a mystery, a man with no remorse, a predator who preyed on the innocent. What drives a man to commit such a heinous crime? Psychologists who studied Torres describe him as a classic sociopath. He lacked empathy, he thrived on control, and he saw his victims as objects, not people. Torres's crimes were not random. They were calculated. He targeted the vulnerable. He sought out those who couldn't fight back, and he left a trail of devastation in his wake. For the families of the victims, the pain never goes away. They are left with unanswered questions. Why did he do it? What could have been done to stop him? A reminder that evil exists in the world, and sometimes it hides in plain sight, and sometimes justice comes too late.